Summer to Remember is a 2018 film directed by Martin Wood. It's written by Sheryl J. Anderson and Erinne Dobson. And we have a cast including Catherine Bell and Cameron Mathison. And while there's nothing wrong with this film, I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't get any satisfaction out of it. It's absolutely fine, but I didn't care for it. Jessica decides to go on vacation to Fiji with her daughter. And while she's there, she meets Will, who owns the resort, and there are potential romantic aspects there. And honestly, it's a classic Hallmark story. It works very well in that regard. There's nothing about the narrative that doesn't flow well or that seemed unbelievable. From one point to the next, everything was absolutely fine. It was just very boring. The actual activities I just found to be rather stale. Visually, it is appealing. It is filmed in Fiji and we have some gorgeous locations. We obviously spend a lot of time outdoors. Visually, absolutely stunning. The characters are all likable, all well written. I feel like it would have been better if Jessica hadn't been there with her daughter. I feel like it maybe would have been a bit better if we just followed things with Jessica's perspective. It's not necessarily that I didn't like the character, but I think it is not the best choice. So in general, it's absolutely fine. If you like this kind of film in general, if it's your kind of story, if you're a Hallmark fan, then I'd say sure, check it out. There will be bits of it, I think, that you'll enjoy. But for me personally, I found it to be very, very bland. Again, not bad, nothing actually wrong with it. I just never really emotionally connected with the characters. I never found the activities to be that interesting. The specifics of the plot were just kind of boring. The characters, absolutely fine, but I didn't really care for them. The performances are fine. Visually, it's absolutely stunning. So, not the worst, but I'd say at best it's an average Hallmark film. I'd say maybe slightly below average, actually. So for me, at least, A Summer to Remember wasn't amazing. I didn't hate it, and I'm happy to recommend it if it's your kind of film in general, but I would say that it's definitely not as good as a lot of Hallmark films with similar narratives. It just didn't speak to me.